Welcome to Thoroughbred action from Gulfstream Park. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon. We got 9 races on tap, and our sister track, Santa Anita, is back in action. So we got those cross-country wagers, the Coast to Coast, and the Sunset Six. But first, let's check out the track weather conditions and turn it over to Pete Aiello.
The weather is perfect. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 80s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, the turf course firm. In race 1, scratch number 1, Finding Candy. Racing at Gulfstream. Level start. Majestic Delight, one of the fastest into stride. On his outside goes Vacoma Velocity put into play. Reproche is going to work between them, and on the far outside, UFO won't be far away today. Dominican Pirate holds the rail. Then the Gray Whiskey Tango Disco, another level, is at the inside. Not far from first to last. There can't be any speed on because UFO is in front. UFO and Diego Herrera went 24-4 for the opening quarter, and they lead with 5 furlongs to go. Uncharted territory for the leader. He's in front today by 2 lengths. At the rail, other level in between horses, Majestic Delight. Reproche is together with Vacoma Velocity. Then it's the Gray. That's Whiskey Tango Disco. The trailer is Dominican Pirate. They pass the half-mile marker and move to the far turn. It's UFO, who's clear by 2 through a 47-4 half-mile. Other level takes up the slack from second. Toward the outside, Vacoma Velocity third. These top 3 have a big gap on Majestic Delight, who's a driven fourth. Looking for room at the rail is Dominican Pirate. That's all for Reproach. Speaking of looking for room, Other level would like a rail run. They run to the top of the stretch now. It's UFO in front. Camacho deciding if he has room for Other level, who's toward the rail. On the outside, it's Vacoma Velocity as they reach the top of the stretch. There is room inside for Other level. He cuts the corner. That saved him half a length, and now he's in front. UFO runs right back at him with Vacoma Velocity third. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. Other level, he has the lead, trying to get away from UFO's back for more. Other level, UFO outside Vacoma Velocity. Other level driven out. Other level wins. Vacoma Velocity is up for second. UFO third. Nicely clear of Dominican Pirate fourth in 1:39-1. They're off. Oxer a step slow to move. Vanish away quickly. Patriotic War has speed, but she'll take back. Moving to take on Vanish's Little Torch. Little Torch racing to the front. Vanish is now second, 3.5 clear of Oxer, who races from third. Patriotic War is very keen, fourth toward the rail. Dazzling Cruiser has settled in pretty well, second last, and the trailer is Princess Summer. Strung out group as Little Torch runs off as Vasquez took a big rainful of Vanish. That does her stablemate Patriotic War no favors as she's still fighting the rating. Oxer's in the blue cap, Dazzling Cruiser's on the far outside, and at the back is Princess Summer. 23 strong seconds for the opening quarter speed. They have less than 6 furlongs to race. The leader, Little Torch, by 7. On the outside, Dazzling Cruiser making an aggressive bid into a joint second alongside Vanish. And then it's back to Oxer, who got shuffled back. Patriotic War is still not settled. And Princess Summer is asked to quicken mid-race out in the clear as they went the half in 47-1. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Little Torch, her lead is down to 2. Dazzling Cruiser traveling boldly on the outside of Vanish. They're second and third. 4 ahead of the trio at the back, which are Oxer, Patriotic War, and Princess Summer. They reach the top of the stretch. Still plenty of hopes here. Little Torch fights to hold it. Dazzling Cruiser on the outside. In between horses, Vanish. Off cover, Patriotic War. Off the turn in the stretch drive. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. Dazzling Cruiser trying to wear down Little Torch. Patriotic War is next. Dazzling Cruiser has the winning lead, and Dazzling Cruiser not for catching. She wins by 2.5. Patriotic War is up for second. Little Torch ran third. Princess Summer fourth in 134 and 4.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Excellent start for Army Medic, headed off for a clear advantage toward the inside. New Lease on Life moves to take second. From between horses, Starship Spectacle with Smart Lisa, and on the outside, Miss Magical. At the inside, Loyalist, and the early trailer is Valley of Dawn. En route to the half-mile point, it's a pumped-up Army Medic and Ocasio on top by 2. New Lease on Life is second. Sent along, Miss Magical is on the move into second now. 3 better than Starship Spectacle, who's 4 in front of Loyalist, then Smart Lisa and Valley of Dawn. 23 seconds for the opening quarter. Around the far turn they race. Army Medic tries to sneak away again from Miss Magical, who's driven well under a half a length behind deficit here. 3.5 clear of Starship Spectacle, then New Lease on Life. Miss Magical still closing at Army Medic. A quarter of a mile remains. Ocasio trying to straighten up Army Medic. She's not an easy ride. On the outside, it's Miss Magical, who's right alongside now. Miss Magical on the outside tries to gain the upper hand. Army Medic tries to fight on second. 4 back to New Lease on Life, who levels off to take third. Just yards to go, and Miss Magical was a hard ride, but she's in front, and she'll win it. Miss Magical clearing off the win by 3. New Lease on Life was second. Army Medic ran third. Starship Spectacle and Valley of Dawn in 112 flat. They're off. Not a good start at all for Crafty Collector. She was a length and a half slower than the others. So that's good news for Calafea. She's going to get an unopposed advantage as they run by the wire the first time. Oshala is second. At the rail, Show-Off is an early third. Crafty Collector marching up and around rivals in front of Ganesh and Cheekiest in the run to the first turn. Edwin Gonzalez and Calafea over the rail and on top, a length and a quarter. Oshala drops over herself to race from second. At the rail, Show-Off. On the outside, it's Crafty Collector. Ganesh is being taken out of the race. 5 Ganesh has been pulled up as they round the first turn. No speed on. 25 seconds to the opening quarter. Into the backstretch they race. Calafea in front by 2. Show-Off not happy with the tempo, and Bravo's going to go on a mid-race move. That'll get Torres thinking on Oshala, and Crafty Collector is out 4 wide on the course. 2 in front of Cheekiest, and again pulled out of the race was Ganesh. 49 and 2 for the opening half mile. They go to the half mile point. Calafea has the lead. Show-Off in hot pursuit from second. Losing ground to the top 2 is Oshala from third. Ponders a course of action, ducks back to the rail. Crafty Collector, meanwhile, will plot an outside course of action, and the trailer is Cheekiest. Around the far turn they race, 5/16 away. Calafea trying to braven up and sneak away. She's open 2.5 now. They're driving in behind her. Toward the rail, it's Oshala from between Show-Off, outside Crafty Collector. They went 3/4 in 113 flat. They're on their way home. Calafea wheels for home on top by 2.5. Oshala's now into second. Show-Off is third. Back to fourth and Crafty Collector. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Calafea tries to buckle down and turn back Oshala, who's trying to pick her up on the money. Oshala is gaining on Calafea, who's drifting. Calafea is in front. Oshala's second. That's where she'll finish. Calafea, a gate-to-wire winner. Oshala was second. Crafty Collector ran third. Show Off is fourth in 150 flat. They're off. Good start for Rawayana down toward the inside. Mosai on the move early. Ah Naturel is going to move between horses, and It's the Stones is on the outside. So almost three in line by the wire the first time. Mosai for a narrow lead. Ah Naturel is right alongside. It's the Stones is third. Paco moved inside of It's the Stones on Rudy, and he's going to get a rail spot from an outside draw. Nifty move there. Rawayana ridden early by Camacho to stay interested. He's second last, and the trailer is Three Cheers. Around the first turn they go. Mosai has the lead. Ah Naturel takes hold of the bit, and these two run off a touch. They've opened four on Rudy, who's now third. Fourth on the outside is It's the Stones. Rawayana and Three Cheers at the back. 22-4, and they pumped up the opening quarter, and they race past the 5/8. The leader now, Ah Naturel, 3 parts better than Mosai. They're really winging early. They've opened a 7-length lead on Rudy, who's together with It's the Stones third and fourth. Three Cheers is next, and Rawayana, he's up to his antics again today. He's under a ride, but he's still last of all, and he's not motivated as they swing to the final 3 furlongs. Ah Naturel went 46 strong seconds for a half mile, commits for home, 2 on top. Mosai is second. Now Paco shakes the reins at Rudy. He's going to try to move with Three Cheers third and fourth. Rawayana is next as they reach the top of the stretch. They're a quarter of a mile from home. Ah Naturel has the lead. Here comes the cavalry. Three Cheers on the far outside. Rudy's in the middle. Mosai right with him as they come past the 8th pole. It's now Rudy and Three Cheers with Rawayana trying to play his hand late in the game. And here he comes now. Rawayana lifting up on the outside for Sammy Camacho. He has a mind of his own, but he's Rawayana, and he's a maiden no more. 2.5 in front. Three Cheers is second. Rudy ran third. Mosai is fourth. Ian 135 and 2.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum, and we're ready for more.
They're off. In the center, 3 dots and a dash, ridden for the early advantage. Moving out the rail, looking to rock, won't be far away. Shiloh's on the far outside. Queen is an in-hand fourth from Pocket Pair. The early trailer is She-Do Kitten. In the run to the first turn, Paco saves the rail, and looking to rock gives him a neck advantage from 3 dots and a dash, who's now second. 2 back to Shiloh in third. Vino for the Queen, fourth at the rail. Pocket Pair is now fifth under a hold from Vasquez. She's about 5 or 6 lengths off the lead. And the trailer is She-Do Kitten. Quarter complete, 24 and 2. That's not exactly slow as they race into the backstretch now. Looking to rock by only a neck. Kept honest by 3 dots and a dash in second. Now Rajiv Mirage and Vino for the Queen trying to stay interested toward the rail with Shiloh for company. Into the clear goes Pocket Pair for a backstretch improve. She-Do Kitten fans way out in the center of the racetrack. They stack and pack behind the top 2 through a 49 1/2 mile. Less than half a mile to run in the race now, looking to rock. Still has the lead, but 3 dots and a dash is now turning up the heat. And 3 dots and a dash is now put ahead in front. Looking to rock his second. Pocket Pair is poised to strike 3 wide third. In between horses in Shiloh at the rail. Vino for the Queen. The trailer is She-Do Kitten. The leader 3 dots and a dash. Pocket Pair is second. Looking to rock, being called on but not responding. That's no good for Vino for the Queen as she's backing up in her face as they run to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 14 flat, 3 dots and a dash. She's got something in reserve here. Morelos shakes her up for the drive, gets a response, and is now 4 to the good. Pocket Pair is second. The battle strictly for minor placings here. It's an 8-1 win to start the late pick 4. 3 dots and a dash in front. 3 dots and a dash to win by 4. Pocket Pair second. Vino for the Queen third. Looking to rock fourth in 144 and 4. They're out the post. And they're off. Good start out wide for Ababa Janai. Going to try to clear the inside traffic. Ababa Janai to the top. Moving up between horses is Time Frame, and moving out the rail, it's Nickel C, who won't be far away. But they will concede the lead to the race favorite Ababa Janai. Ababa Janai into the first turn, settling in on a 2-length lead. Nickel C a bit keen with Time Frame moving up on the outside. Congressional is now fourth in the white cap. 3 wide, Behold the King. At the rail, Manoa's Glory. And the trailer is the New Orleans Invader, Arabia Wild. They went 23 seconds for the opening quarter. They have less than 6 furlongs to run. Ababa Janai in a nice rhythm up top with a length and a half to work with. On Time Frame, who races from second. Nickel C and Congressional third and fourth with Behold the King in the air on the outside fifth. Still at the back, Arabia Wild and Manoa's Glory, and still up front, Ababa Janai. They race their way to the half-mile grounds through a 47-second half-mile. A rated second quarter for Ababa Janai, who leads by a length. Time Frame is second. Congressional's in a tough spot. In the clear, Behold the King. Nickel C is at the rail. Then Manoa's Glory and Arabia Wild. Around the far turn they race 5/16 from home. Ababa Janai has the lead, about to face his first threat from Behold the King, who's within a half a length second. Nickel C driven into third. Time Frame is now fourth, and they're on their way home. Ababa Janai wheels for home, 2 on top. Second and trying is Behold the King. Third is Nickel C. 1/8 of a mile to go. Ababa Janai turning back all challenges. He's clear to the wire. Second, Behold the King. Back to third, Nickel C. Ababa Janai in front. Second, Behold the King. Third, Nickel C. Fourth, Congressional in 133 and 4. They're off. All set. And they're off. Roger that Dana away quickly from the outside draw. Moving up between horses, Hawk is on the move. These two race 2 better than Brick City, who's away third. Camagold in the blue blinkers at the rail, and in between horses is Sneak Preview. They run out of the chute with Roger that Dana in front. Roger that Dana, 3 parts of a length. Hawk now is up to Badger the leader, and these two go aggressively up through the opening stages here. The opening quarter complete in a time of 23 and 4. Camagol is 6 lengths off the embattled duo while racing in third from Sneak Preview, and Brick City finding the pace too hot for him. He's last of the 5 en route to the half-mile point. It's Roger that Dana still doing battle with Hawk. They're still locked up heads apart. Hawk now extends the lead to 3 parts of a length. Roger that Dana now on the chase from second through a half mile that has to be fast. 46-2. Roger That Dana losing ground to Hawk, who tries to get away. Up to third goes Sneak Preview, 3 better than Camagol, and Brick City is last as they round the far turn. It's Hawk. His strides are strong. He's 5 in front. The big favorite, Roger That Dana, has thrown out the anchor. Up to second, Sneak Preview gaining on Hawk through opening half mile of 46-2 and 3/4 in the books. They went 3/4 and 1:11 flat. They're a quarter of a mile from the money. Camacho trying to keep Hawk alive. He's off the turn, 4 on top. Sneak Preview is second. Flat to the boards is he with Brick City and Camagol. Less than an eighth to go. Hawk is still leading. He's getting a bit fatigued. Sneak Preview starts to gain on him. This is going to get very close. Sneak Preview launches at Hawk. Hawk needs the wire. Here's the wire photo finish. Heads out of sync. It's Hawk inside. It's Sneak Preview outside. It's a win picture to start the late daily double in 137-4. And runners away. No Other Like You, quick to begin. Moving on the outside, it's Logistics, and moving out the rail, Planya Champagne. Mary Marguerite comes away racing in fourth ahead of Acheron, who's second last. The gray Starship Elation is at the back of the field. They chase Edwin Gonzalez and No Other Like You. No Other Like You to the first turn, on top by almost a length from Logistics, who's on her outside in a flanking position second. Riding the rail into third is Planya Champagne from Mary Marguerite, who bides time in fourth. Acheron is now fifth, and Starship Elation is at the back. Good quarter here, 22 seconds flat. They roll into the backstretch, and No Other Like You allowed to strut her speed. She leads by 2 with less than 5 furlongs remaining. Logistics is second. Planya Champagne is third. Bravo is patient on Mary Marguerite, fourth and pondering a course of action ahead of Starship Elation and Acheron at the back. They make their way to the half-mile point. They went the half in 45-3. The leader still No Other Like You by 2 lengths. Logistics is second. Planya Champagne third at the rail. Encouragement given to Mary Marguerite. When Bravo called on her, she did not respond. She's now plummeted to last as they round the far turn. It's No Other Like You who has the lead. Logistics is second. Vasquez looking to feed Planya Champagne some racetrack. Meanwhile, Paco's already done that with Acheron. Red blinkers on the far outside. Off the turn and the stretch drive. No Other Like You. Roused to try to kick on with it. Acheron's on the outside. Planya Champagne is at the rail. They come past the 8th pole. No Other Like You. Acheron launching at her on the outside. Here comes Acheron. Surging up now. Acheron and Paco to win it. No Other Like You was second. Planya Champagne third. Logistics fourth. Then Starship Elation. Mary Marguerite did not bring her fastball. In fact, she failed to finish in 133-1.
And that wraps up Friday's action. We're back here on Saturday with 11 race Carter feature races, DeMoe Green. Nice day tomorrow. 11 races on tap. First race post 12:50 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.